Hello, it's me again, here for another video blog. After a bit more of a delay than usual, I've been a little bit busy lately. My topic for this evening is another nice, non-controversial topic, and that's the topic of organized labor or unions. When you look at manufacturing fields in the United States, especially automotive manufacturing, so Ford, General Motors, Chrysler, but also pretty much anything that involves manual labor. So you're looking at plumbers, electricians, bricklayers, factory workers. All of these kinds of fields are dominated by union labor. Now, when unions started, the purpose was that employees could get together, they could negotiate terms of employment with the employers, and could work for ensuring safety, ensuring fair wages, ensuring fair benefits, and things like that. And the whole purpose of all of this was that the workers in the factories would be able to support their families, and would be able to earn honest labor, or earn honest wages, rather, without putting their lives at risk. In the early days of the Industrial Revolution, factories were very dangerous. People were killed very often. So unions served an important purpose initially. And it was through the unions that we established laws and regulations about factory safety, about fair wages, and all of these kinds of things. So today you have the Occupational Safety Health Administration, OSHA. We also have a federal minimum wage. Many states have minimum wages that are higher than the federal minimum wage. So all of the things that unions were established to do are now codified in law, and employers have to do them. So what has happened is that unions have shifted from being this very worthwhile and very important thing to being all about artificially inflating the cost of labor, meaning salary and benefits. And the proof is in the pudding. You look at the automotive industry as a fine example, and you've got the United Auto Workers Union, and all of the Ford, Chrysler, and General Motors car factories in the United States are unionized. Meanwhile, you have the Asian manufacturers like Honda, like Toyota, like Subaru, Nissan, all these other ones, manufacturing their vehicles in the United States at factories staffed by U.S. citizens who are not unionized. And at those factories, at the Japanese companies' factories here in the United States, workers are paid a fair wage. They're generally very happy with their wages and benefits. But the labor cost at those factories is drastically less than it is at UAW factories. And what perplexes me about this and about unions in general these days is that they seem to be self-destructive. One of the things that's in the news lately is that Spirit Airlines has canceled all of its flights because the pilots have gone on strike. And you think about this. I work for a company. I'm not in a union. I'm a information technology worker. And if all of the employees at my company walked out, the company would lose money. And we don't do it because we don't want our company to lose money. We don't want our company to be put in a financial situation where it may need to file for bankruptcy or it may need to go under or something like that. that would be self-destructive, because if my employer goes under, if my employer loses money, it has to lay people off, and maybe it eventually goes out of business and everybody loses their job. And you look at what happened to the U.S. automotive industry, and 2 of the 3 U.S. car companies have gone bankrupt, have laid off, 2/3 of their workforce, if not even more. How was that good for the workers who are in the union? It doesn't make any sense to me. You look at Spirit Airlines, and, they're probably not going under tomorrow, but if the strike goes on for a month or for a year, they're going to go out of business. And all of these pilots who have gone on strike, maybe for good reason, I don't know, will have put themselves out of work. Companies aren't some evil enemy. People like to set up this, corporate versus individual kind of false dichotomy. Corporations are made up of people. The employees are people, the managers are people, the shareholders are people. Beginning to end, the entire process of business is run by people. And so to act like corporations are against people and people should be against corporations, that's insane. Spirit Airlines, as a current example, would be better off if its employees, including its pilots, worked with them instead of against them. And if the pilots worked with them instead of against them, the pilots would be better off. Maybe not in the immediate term. Maybe by going on strike, they'll get some concessions and they'll get higher pay, or they'll get better benefits, or whatever it is that they're trying to get. But in the long run, you force those wages way up, and they're going to hire fewer pilots, or they're going to let go of some of the ones they already have. So, to me, most of what organized labor is doing today is self-destructive. It's self-destructive because it hurts the companies that fund their existence. It hurts the people who work for those companies, who are the very union members that the unions are supposedly working for. Anyway, that's just my opinion. Obviously, there's a lot of room for debate in this, and I'm sure that the unions, certainly in the past, but even today, they do some important work. But on the whole, they just seem to be going in the wrong direction from where I sit, and it seems that they do more harm than good in our modern economy. And in my opinion, the unions, more often than not, are serving to increase unemployment rather than increase wages and benefits. Anyway, until next time, take care.